welcome to another edition of Te Akau TV. I'm joined this morning by Te Akau trainer Mark Walker in the lead up to Easter weekend. How are you this morning, Mark?
Yeah, good. Pretty cold this morning. There was even a speckle of frost on the ground.
It's getting colder and colder by the week. I'm glad you're hanging in there at the moment. So a pretty exciting week of racing this weekend. Obviously Group 1 day at Te Rapa, and you've got Imperatriz lining up there. How's the team going heading towards the weekend's racing?
Oh, obviously Group 1 day, they're always strong fields, aren't they? But, Imperatrice and also Mai Tai, they deserve their chance at another Group 1.
Absolutely, and I think it's pretty evident at the moment. Obviously, the numbers within the barn are kind of slowly wilting out, leading into the winter months at the moment. We didn't have a huge number of runners at Rotorua on the weekend. Obviously, you snuck the filly down the line there at Riccarton, and you had the winner Soprano Supreme there at Rotorua. I thought he went pretty well.
Yeah, she's a promising mare, and she's actually going to head to the Gold Coast and campaign over there. Hopefully, if we can pick up enough prize money, get in a couple of group and listed races over the carnival there. So she'll run May the 7th in the Gold Coast Cup. It's just a normal handicap payment, but if we could get enough prize money out of that, we can then target some Group 3 races, and maybe, you never know, she might even end up in the Brisbane Cup at the end of the carnival.
Absolutely, and on Trivier and Sort of State performed pretty well in the trial there.
I was happy with Trivier. She went really well. I think Sort of State just had a really good blow, and I think you'll see a better improved performance at the Taupo trials this coming Tuesday.
And they're heading off in what almost 2 weeks now over to the Gold Coast, both of those horses?
We'll make final plans after the Taupo trials, but they're definitely penciled in to travel on the 29th of April.
Good as gold. Well, we're going to have a quick look at our yearling of the week, which this week is the Savabeel Leitana Colt, so lot 375. I'll just pull that up on screen 1 second. So I guess probably the first thing with this yearling, fantastic buying with any Savabeel around that $110,000 mark. Can you give us your thoughts on this yearling, Mark?
Yeah, well, he reminded us a lot of a very good horse called Hall of Fame, who won the Levin Classic. He wasn't a big Savabeel Hall of Fame, and this bloke is very similar. Good walking horse, but not a big one. Just average size, but he had a real big stride on him, and we thought he was an absolute replica of Hall of Fame, who won the Levin Classic and subsequently got sold to Hong Kong. So, yeah, terrific buying at 110. I'm surprised there's any shares left at all, to be honest.
Absolutely, and not many. There wouldn't be many Savabeel yearlings around out of French bred mares as well. I wouldn't imagine.
No, exactly. So, he's got an international pedigree, but he's a neater, sharper sort of Savabeel. I think, you could see him. You might even see him in the Crack of Millions. He's definite short coupled, earlier coming type of Savabeel than some of them.
So there you go, lot 375, Savabeel Leitana. There's still shares available in him. He's the last Savabeel available with the team here at Te Akau. So fantastic buying, as Mark said. Jump in and get in touch with Karen over the weekend if you want to snap up one of those last shares. You could have a bit of fun with this one, I'm sure. So just quickly touching on the week ahead. So obviously we are going to have a quick look at Te Rapa and also a couple down at Hastings today. We'll kick off at Te Rapa there in race 2, the Waikato Equine Veterinary Centre Stakes Prelude. It's for the 2-year-old set weight and penalties over 1100. We've got Treaty of Paris, drawn barrier 9. This horse is closely related to a horse you've had a lot of time with, obviously Darcy Brahma, Mark.
Yeah, he's a nice colt, tricky draw. He's had the 2 trials, but he jumped out last Thursday. Opie was really happy with him, so we'll leave it up to Opie. If he jumps well, he might just slide across, but he's a really horse for the future. Obviously, he's bred to get over a fair bit more distance than this, but in his track work and trials, he's been quite sharp, so it wouldn't surprise me if he goes a really good race.
And he's in that Colt syndicate alongside Dynastic as well. So the owners within that syndicate have obviously already had some great success there in the Karaka Million. Moving down to race 5, the Piarco Rural Services Mile. It's a rating 74 benchmark. We've got the Mighty Spa lining up. I thought he was really good last start, running second there, drawn barrier 6 with Opie Boston on board.
Yeah, he blew the start last time, Hamish. If he hadn't have done that, he would have won for sure. So he's got a blindfold on in the barriers tomorrow, and we tested him out at the jump outs with it the other day. So if that works the trick, he's definitely a top 3 contender for sure.
Great. And race 6, the joint team Akau. Shares available, 3-year-old. There you go. It's a bit of a sales spiel. 3-year-old set weight and penalty over 1,200. We've got 3 horses lining up, the first of which is Cote de Burn, drawn barrier 13 with Opie Boston on board.
Yeah, tough draw, but Opie will just have to judge how he jumps out. But he's very consistent, got great form. But the draw does make it a little bit awkward. But, Opie's riding in good form, so he'll work it out.
Great. And Ragamuffin, drawn barrier 2, Niranjan Palmer will enjoy the 3 kilo claim.
Yeah, he won last start at Matamata, so obviously it's hard going from a 65 to a 74, but he still gets the claim, and well, as I say, up in class, but definite top 4 or 5 sort of chance.
And Shepherd's Delight, drawn barrier 12 with Michael McNabb on board.
Yeah, she ran really well on the 1,000 guineas, and she's just been given quite a bit of time, but I think it'd be a touch short for her. So look for her over more ground in the future.
And then the Group 1 race of the day, race 7, the Fibre Fresh Group 1 New Zealand Thoroughbred Breeders' Stakes. It's for the fillies and mares, weight for age conditions over the mile. First up, we've got Mai Tai, drawn barrier 5 with Leith Innes on board.
Yeah, she deserves her chance. Obviously, she's got to make the step up to Group 1 company from sort of that her last couple of runs, but she deserves a chance in the field, and if she could even get a Group 1 placing, it'd add value to her broodmare potential. But obviously, Coventina Bay and Imperatrice are probably the 2 standouts in the field.
And Imperatrice has got a Group 1 last start in the Levin Classic. Now goes to race against the older horses, drawn barrier 1 and carrying 55.5 kilos with OP on board.
Yeah, she's in really good form. So, as I say, she's drawn the ace. The Coventina Bay is a very good mare. So, she'll be hard to roll, but she'll be there at the finish, that's for sure. And she's going to get a gun run from that ace barrier.
In race 9, the CU at Te Rapa Tavern, 1,400, rating 65 benchmark. You spoke last start about this horse having a few issues with his feet that you've now sorted. Navalha, drawn barrier 6 with Opie Boston on board.
Yeah, if Opie can get him to jump with them, he's normally a bit tardy out of the gates. But if he jumps with them, he's got a fair bit of weight to carry. He's got the 61 kilos, but he actually drops back a class, Hamish. He's going from a 74 rating back down to 65. So, definite top 3-4 contender.
Right, and moving down the country to Hastings in race 6, the listed Power Turf Sprint, open handicap over the 1,200. Quite a competitive we field this with, I think, Can I Get an Amen in the field that obviously won at Trentham there last start. We've got Summer Monsoon, drawn barrier 9 with Jonathan Parks on board.
Yeah, he's an older horse now, but he ran a good race at Tauranga. He doesn't like it that wet. They were meant to get a fair bit of rain down that way, so just depends what the track comes up like on the day. But pretty even sort of a field, but you'd have to rate him, at least a top 5 chance.
Great. And Burgundy Rose, who ran really well there in that same race I mentioned at Trentham, drawn barrier 8 with Joe Cameron on board.
Yeah, I was just hoping there was something with a higher rating there, Hamish, just to get her back down in the weights a bit. She's creeping up in the weights. Not a very big mare, but she's very, very honest, and she'll be there when the whips are cracking. Top 4 sort of chance.
Great. And race 7, the Power Farming Hawke's Bay Cup, open handicap over 2,200. Another last start winner at Trentham, leaderboard for Fortuna, drawn barrier 6 with Lisa Allpress on board.
Yeah, gets into this nicely, still on the minimum. So the wetter the track, the better for him, because his form is sort of all 2,400 metres plus, and this is 2,200. But if it was a heavy track and a real staying test, he's right in it.
Great. Well, that wraps up the runners for the weekend. Do we have a best bet? We probably do one.
Yeah, I probably should have gone Soprano Supreme last week, but I thought she'd be so short. What was the point? But anyway, I think the Mighty Spar, if he jumps out of the barriers this weekend, he'd be hard to beat, I think.
Good as gold. Well, thanks for that, Mark. Looking ahead to next week, we've got a racing on the home track at Matamata on Wednesday, and then we head to Pukekohe on Saturday for the Easter Handicap. And I think you might have one lining up at Riccarton Park. Who can we see lining up in the Easter Handicap?
Well, at this stage, Brando and Pres de Fer will be both nominated for that race, and we'll have quite a big team at Matamata on Wednesday. Take advantage of the tracks while they're still reasonably dry, and then once it gets wet, you won't see us out and about as much.
Good as gold. Well, we'll leave you to it, Mark. Have a good Friday, excuse the pun, and we'll catch you again next week, mate.